What's happening, my YouTube friends and family? Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry, I've been kind of AWOL. Been a little bit busy with a whole bunch of different things going on. Um, Most importantly, I'm still gainfully employed. And in fact, I'm getting ready for bed because I head out to Canada in the morning. Anyway, I was having a conversation with someone that I guess you can say I've been mentoring them. Not really, not mentoring in the sense like other YouTubers are charging people, but some of you that have reached out and have gotten to know me a little bit know that, if you want to call me and ask me a quick question and we have like a 10, 15-minute conversation, I'm not going to try and get money from you or anything like that. Or if you send me a text message, and I can reply relatively easily, I don't think that, you know, that warrants me saying you should compensate me. Now, a lot of my time is taken, so I don't have a whole lot of time to spare. But those of you that have communicated with me know that if I can help you, I will. Anyway, so I was chit-chatting with someone. It's a new hotshotter, and honestly, I've tried telling this guy, don't do it, sit tight, but he already owns the truck. The truck was something he had purchased to haul his RV with, and he found himself a trailer relatively cheap that someone, this should be an example, but someone's getting ready to lose this trailer. They financed it, and he has the ability to buy it cash. And so he's not really going to raise his overhead much other than, he needs to do insurance, yada, yada, yada. And maybe I should have mentioned him and his wife run a small business from home. It's kind of like an online thing, and she can manage it. So his expectation for revenue is relatively low. Anyways, so the point here and the reason for making this particular video, he asked me, he's like, I've noticed, Miguel, that you're always saying that, direct customers, and everyone says direct customers, how do you find them? And I guess that's something I never really considered giving advice on. And the reason why, guys, I started working as a sales rep, an outside sales rep, in my hometown when I was relatively young. And so this is Oxnard, California. It's where I grew up. And so just between being a local yokel and then working for this company, renting both construction equipment and industrial forks, I kind of knew where all the industrial parks were and where potential shippers would be. But when I started my own trucking business, I didn't even start it here. It was in New Mexico because we were oil field. But for someone that, let's say you've never been on that side of the industry, and maybe you don't even know where the industrial parks in your own hometown is, what I have open here is Trucker's Path. Now, I quit paying for the subscription a while ago for a couple of reasons. The company I drive for does not allow us to use electronic devices for anything when the vehicle is moving. We can't touch our phones once the parking brake is released. So it makes no sense to have this. But here's a little hack, and if it helps you guys, cool. So we're open up to the map, and this is what everyone normally sees, right? The truck stops, the weigh stations, and the parking and the fuel. Now again, this is no longer a paid-for subscription, so a lot of the features don't work, but you can do this. I'm putting the finger over where it says place a search, and then I'm scrolling it up. You see where it says facility? If you click on that, this now is a list of all the places that truckers go and come from. Now, some of them are receivers. So I know from the address, looking at the Target in Camarillo, California, I know it's not a distribution center. It's a supermarket. The Walmart neighborhood market, the Marshalls, the Home Depot. I know for sure those are not going to be potentials. But Delicate Productions Inc., maybe Superior Duct Fabrication. Let's take a look at it. So you click on it and it takes you to where it is. And so the cool thing is, if you've ever used this app, is, it shows where the truck entrance is, where the truck exit is, and you see the facility. And so, as I'm looking at this, I would think to myself, well, they're probably not going to take semi trucks because the docks don't look really, really big, right? I mean, that's like a 26-foot box truck. I guess a 53-footer fixed there. But as you look at it, it doesn't really look like there's a lot of truck activity. Nonetheless, you can make this a point of interest for yourself. And as you can see, it's kind of in a little industrial park, right? And so, you can make that a place that you want to go hit. Now, if you look at this thing without the list and you say, here's an industrial park, so obviously I want to head there. But even before you go there, you can click on them this way. I know that is a pretty large place, and they do ship, I believe they do seeds that they ship from there. But anyways, you can click on these individually, and you can see what the businesses are. There's an XPO Logistics. I didn't even know we had one locally. Anyways, and so as you click on them, that's what I'm doing right now, you can see these different spots and, pick yourself a day. I mean, here's a Subway, which obviously you're not going to go get anything out of Subway, right? I went a little too far. That's on the other side there. But you can see the different places that are in your area. And, I would put together maybe like a little presentation pamphlet and some business cards. Back when I was doing the equipment rental business, I called it prospecting. I would go, hit an area and spend a whole day kind of cruising in and out of these little alleyways and just walk in, drop off a pamphlet. Usually you're not going to see anyone because you don't have an appointment or anything. But if you can ask for a business card, hey, who handles this? Who's your shipping guy? A lot of times they'll give you a business card. And now if you spend a day and you cover, a city, or, that's one city. Now, as we go up in here, Thousand Oaks, there's a pretty good industrial park here, and again, you can look at them and see what these things are, and, without having to drive everywhere. Again, it's going to show stuff like that because, we truckers kind of want to know where things are also, right? That's a shopping center. That's not going to help us any. But you see what I'm getting at here? Without having to drive all over your county, you can find a lot of these places and just see what's in your neighborhood. That storage facility, dealership. That's probably not a whole lot of help. But this will let you look around your town. And some of you are thinking, well, Miguel, yeah, I could do the same thing with Google Maps. You can. And I'm not saying we're reinventing the wheel here, but the advantage to these is these were all created by truckers. These places are of interest to us truckers. And so why is that? Well, because these are places that ship and receive freight for the most part. This is a quick and easy way for you to see what is, we just found on Amazon, right? What is in your area? What is, surrounding your market? How strong does your market look? Is there, a lot of trucking that goes on? Is it, quiet? Do you even bother? Why would you bother? Or, are you sitting in a prime area? This is where I am now. I'm at a hotel. I leave tonight, but we are in the mecca of freight for Southern California. This is the Inland Empire, And as you can see, if you've ever hauled freight out of Southern California, you've probably been in or around the Ontario area within 20 miles, because there is just freight everywhere here, right? And so, if you're from the Inland Empire, you can do the same thing and pick yourself a day and go run around and just go see some of these people. Again, you may not get in to see the person, but if you can get a name and you can drop off a package, and then maybe you reach out to them later, that's how cold calling works. And this application is free. It won't cost you anything to download it in your phone. Anyways, guys, simple, quick, easy, nothing earth-shattering. Some of you guys might think this is even a dumb idea because you've already tried it and it didn't work. When I first started doing equipment rentals and we were looking for construction, we didn't have this technology. we're talking late 80s, early 90s. Literally, if you wanted to know where everything was, you had to go to the county's office and look for new construction permits that were cut like in the last 2 weeks. And, that's how I knew where some of this construction was happening. Otherwise, how would you know it's there? But anyways, guys, I hope this helps you. I hope it gives you a little bit of insight as to what your backyard looks like. And again, with all of these facilities here, freight in California is still a horrible rate. It's bad here because there's just too many trucks for how much work there is. So don't just base it on you see a whole lot of buildings. The freight that does come and go from there might already have a dedicated contract. Some of these companies may have their own trucks. There's a variety of reasons why they may not need you, but finding yourself a local outfit that might give you a load or two a week to get you out of town into a better lane, and maybe even at a better price because you've cut out the middleman, i.e. the broker, this could be an advantage to you. And I don't need to demonstrate it for your neighborhood. Anyone can download this app and give it a shot. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and we leave right after it.